Have you ever thought that the money in your bank account could save the planet? Most people think finance is only about profit, numbers, and markets. But finance can protect the environment and support a sustainable future. Today, I want to share with you the concept of sustainable finance and green investment, and why it matters more than ever. According to Fabio Montoni, a M&M researcher, defines sustainable finance means making financial decisions that consider ESG factors, which are environmental, social, and governance. As for green investment, it was defined as financial investment towards projects that build a more healthy environment, which includes solar farms, wind turbines, clean transportations, and sustainable buildings. These investments are important today because it increases clean energy and reduces carbon emissions. It also guides investors to choose more sustainable projects. Tools like green bonds and ESG-linked loans make sure the money goes directly into projects that help the environment. Europe takes a big move in green finance. By 2017, they issued nearly 160 billion euros in green bonds. The volume of green bonds issued in Europe grew nearly zero in 2010 to almost 160 billion euros in 2017. It also reflects investors and governments are no longer treating sustainability as a niche concept, but as a mainstream component of modern finance. Even though Europe's green finance market is growing, and this shows strong recognition of sustainability, there are two main problems to solve before green finance can work worldwide. One big problem is the lack of standard ESG metrics. Without common rules and regulation across borders and countries, international investors are careful because they cannot compare or verify sustainability performance across countries and industry, especially in developing countries where governance may be unclear. Another major issue is greenwashing. David Uzoki, a sustainable finance, also senior advisor in the International Institute for Sustainable Development, described greenwashing as when companies exaggerate or misrepresent how green a project really is. This makes investors lose trust and also slows down green investment. However, there is hope. Policies and global partnerships are helping to make progress. Sustainable finance is not only about economics, it is about responsibility. Ian Anthony, a program director in SIPRI involved in promoting Europe and China cooperation in green finance, have worked together to align their green bond testimonies and share data on sustainable projects. Europe and China both have cross-border information sharing platforms for sustainable finance projects, allowing both regions to exchange best practice and data. As a result, China green bond issuance increased by over 15% within 2 years. The blue bar represents green bonds that align with both Chinese standards and the international GBDB criteria, while the orange color represents bonds that align only with China's domestic green definition. The sharp rise in blue section represents larger share of China's green bonds are now aligned with global definitions. This distinction is important because it shows how China's market is increasingly meeting internationally recognized standards. Every dollar, every investment, and every financial choice can either harm the planet or protect it. Before researching this topic, I thought change came only from technology or policy. But now I understand. Money shapes the future. Will we continue investing in pollution, or will we invest in a future worth living in? Thank you for watching.